What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy JD Trades, and we've got another week of market outlook. So it is Monday. We're gonna go through, of course, some of the highest probable moves, and don't forget, guys, to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Also, turn on your post notifications so that you're notified whenever I drop some new content. So, as we've always said and done before, we're always going to start things off with a DXY and talk about exactly what the dollar is doing this week. Now, because it is a new week, we also need to take a look at last week's candle and how this week's candle could potentially form. We are in a bit of a no man's land in the sense that price can do two things. Well, the market always do two things, Josh, obviously. But in this regards, the market can do two things, and the main thing that I say the market could do two things is that this swing high low on the weekly time frame is still intact. Okay, so in terms of us fully breaking a proper bearish structure on the weekly in terms of taking our high low, this is the last stance. This is generally the last stance. If we break this low, then I'd like to see, of course, the dollar drop down a lot further down. For the time being, the weekly is bearish. Realistically, it is bearish since we took out this high low. We've just created another lower low. However, overall, it is bullish. On the daily time frame, we are, of course, bearish, as I have said before. This is a very key area, right? From a swing perspective, this is a very key area. This is pretty much the last area that we can look for any potential bullish signs from. If the dollar doesn't get strong from here, it's just going to get weaker and weaker, guys. So as you can see there on the daily time frame, we do have this daily imbalance that we have currently reacted out of. Now, ideally, if I was on the side of a weak dollar, I'd like to see last Friday's daily high get ran before we potentially turn around for most of the week and the rest of the week be bearish. That's what I would like to see happen. Okay. However, if we are going to be bullish, I would like to see price push through this imbalance and potentially test it on the other side for some potential long opportunities. But for the time being, the buys are not looking very, or dollar strength is not looking very likely. If we are looking at the overall play, as I've explained to you last week, we swept this Asian session high with this wick. We dropped down, of course, taking out the liquidity, resting beneath this low. We've tested this daily imbalance come Friday. So now it's like, okay, there's a high chance of us continuing to drop down for the dollar, if I'm being completely honest with myself and with you guys. So in that regards, those are the two outcomes that I am looking for when in regards to the dollar. So far, in terms of gold, let's change our attention over to gold. Gold has finally completed the leg, as I did tell you guys it was going to do since making this pullback. I explained to you, look, we swept the lows twice, okay? This low was formed, we swept it here. This low was formed and we swept it here with NFP. And NFP, instead of it continuing to drop down, it's actually pushed all the way back up. Accumulated longs inside of here and price is pushed up. We had one more pullback here, price is pushed up, and the rest is pretty much history. So last week Friday we did close around 24.20. Come market open, we continue to rally, where we've now made all-time highs for gold. So gold is getting closer and closer to that 25,000 mark, or 2,500 mark, shall I say, for gold. And at the moment, there really isn't anything clear that is standing out in terms of an entry, not even from a structural perspective. It is just bullish. However, if I am going to tell you guys one place that you can potentially look at for some entries and setups, will be this 15-minute area. Okay, that would be the area. That would be the area. That would be the zone to go for some longs to carry on this bullish trend. Now, if I do notice anything else, guys, if you go over to the description, I do have my Telegram link inside of the description where you can join my Telegram, where I post daily setups and trade ideas for you guys to enjoy, all completely for free. I don't charge anything for it. I just, of course, want to give back to my community that I am growing for the time being. So, thumbs up and hearts to you guys out there that are, of course, following along the journey and, of course, the trades. Next is GU. GU, interestingly enough, we are inside of an area where we did get a short from, shall I say, last month, early doors last month. Okay, that was the area where price shorted from. I believe this was a CPI data, if I'm not getting that wrong, where we got a very strong rejection from. So if we are going to go short on GU. This is the area where I'll potentially anticipate it. But to be honest, guys, it's Monday. There really isn't anything much for me to scream and shout about. We all low key just need to wait to see how the dollar is going to build and the price action that we're going to get for the time being before we can actually potentially think, okay, let's go long or go short. Now, Euro USD, I did give this setup a couple of weeks ago or last week in terms of the area where it looks most likely to play out for some sells. We did, of course, take this sell. It has now pushed in back into drawdown. It was in profit. I believe it was around 40 pips in profit. Oh, sorry. 25 pips in profit, but from the main entry it was down around 40-50 pips. So for the time being, the only thing that I do see for Euro USD is this potential 4-hour imbalance, holding some sort of weight and potentially pushing price down lower. And again, there really isn't enough data for us to really feel, confident and comfortable in taking this setup. In the long list of assets reaching all-time highs, we also have the S&P 500 breaching all-time highs once again. So if you are, of course, invested into mutual funds or trading it, that's also another great thing. You guys should be, in some relatively deep profits. So that's all from me today. I don't really even have any Bitcoin setups, but I will be back tomorrow with another market breakdown a little after London session. And if there are any higher probable moves, like I said to you guys, go to my Telegram, okay, in the link in the description. Just click and just join, and you see all the trades and all the chart markup and analysis that I do post inside of there. But guys, as I always say, remember the theory behind the practice. Stay blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.